Try again. Hey, internet's on. What's going on? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Locked In Podcast, your home for personal development tips, sports news, music, and more. You're now in tune with us, guys. On this Wednesday evening, we are back with you guys for episode 58 of the Locked In Podcast. Where this episode, it's a simple one. We're going to be talking about some self-reflection, as well as giving thanks during this Thanksgiving 2021 season. We just felt like this was the perfect time to do it, with Thanksgiving being tomorrow. And it's also why we're live today on Wednesday before the big holiday weekend sets off. So, guys, as always, we're your hosts for the evening. I'm Steve Ushler. And on the other side is my good friend and co-host.
What up, guys? This is George right here. George M, a.k.a. G-Money. G-Mac, how you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving Day Eve.
What's up, bro? Glad to be here in the building with you, man. Can't wait to hop into this tonight. Like I said, it's going to be free-flowing. But first, we're just going to play for you our little intro, and then we'll hop into the content. So, without further ado, let's get it.
Cool.
All right, what's up, guys? We're back with you guys for the Locked In Podcast, episode 58, as we just kind of discussed, as we just said. Before we even hop into it, I do want to apologize, guys, that we didn't go live at 2 o'clock like the initial promotion said. So if anybody is watching this after the fact thinking that we were going live at 2, I just want to be transparent and apologize for that. With some conflicting schedules, it's just very tough right now during the holiday. So, we usually, obviously, we go live when we said we're going to go live, but obviously, we're trying to juggle a few things around. So just want to apologize for that at the start, that we were originally supposed to go live at 2, but then it was 4:30, and then there were some last minute things here. So now it's 5 o'clock virtually at this point. But as we said, the topic tonight is going to be, from George and I's perspective, some self-reflection. We're going to give thanks just for some things that we're thankful for so far in this year in 2021, and maybe just throughout our life. But this is just going to be an episode of self-reflection, and a great time to do it with the Thanksgiving 2021 holiday starting tomorrow, and then going into the weekend. So that's what we kind of discussed. And I also said in promotions, if you guys saw, anybody who would like to come on, comment down below in this live stream.
Yep.
You can also DM us. Yeah, you can also DM us if you want to come on and there's some things you want to address publicly, like just giving thanks for whatever you're thankful for this holiday season. Feel free. We're open to anybody coming on today. So with us just being here, so this is free flowing. If you want to come on, we can always bring you on. We'll send you the link. We'll bring you in the show. And it can be very brief if you want to. Just come on for a minute or something. But whatever the case may be, feel free. As always, guys, before we hop into it, 3 things we want you to do. Number 1, if you like our content, can't stress this enough. If you like what you're saying tonight, hit that like button. Whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you can punch the like button. And then if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on, because we release videos every single week and you don't want to miss it. And it's usually Thursday, but obviously last week with Hollis, with his schedule, we brought him on Wednesday. And this week, obviously Thanksgiving, we're going live on Wednesday because Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because we drop videos every single week. You don't want to miss it, guys.
Yep.
And third, if you see something you like, comment down below, because we'd love to hear your feedback, guys. So comment, like, subscribe. You can always catch us on YouTube and Facebook every single week on the live streams, usually a Thursday about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we have a guest where we have to accommodate their schedule or something like a holiday, obviously, things may change. So it can always be to be determined on that basis. So YouTube and Facebook, we post a lot of good stuff on Instagram. As always, you can find us at the_locked_in_podcast. And we do have the link tree to all of our platforms down below on this live stream. So if you want to check us out on any of our platforms, feel free to click. And then also, you can also listen to us if you don't have time to watch and you're driving in the car or whatever. You can always listen to us on Spotify or Anchor. All you have to do is go on those platforms and search the Locked In Podcast. And in the link tree, you'll actually see the Spotify channel. You can go right to it.
Yep.
So, guys, you can always download our episodes from there. So,
you can always check us out.
Hell yeah. So, George, I'm going to open it up. How have you been, man? As we just kind of go into this Thanksgiving 2021 holiday season, any big plans for the Thanksgiving holiday?
Yeah, a little bit. I'll have some family over. I'll probably go, visit a few people here and there, but nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? I got to work the day after. I got to work on Friday and Saturday. Friday, I might take off. I'll try, or maybe I'll have like a little time because I got to go to the gym and do a lot of business. So, I got to see where I got lined up, but I got a few things lined up. I mean, I have a meeting after the weekend, and as well as Saturday, I got something going on. There's some fights, it's going on, but I also have to work Saturday, so I got to do everything to work. You know what I mean? Other than that, Thanksgiving's gonna be with the family, the usual. Just chilling, having a few people over. How about you, man? Do you have any big plans or any family coming over?
Yeah, I do, man. And I just want to say that's awesome, man. It's always nice when you have some time to be able to spend with your family. So that's cool, man.
Yep,
Sometimes
definitely.
you just keep it simple. You spend some time with family, have a nice big meal. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm actually going to my aunt's house in Mid-Salem. So we're going to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner there. But should be fun, man. Going to see some family members I haven't seen in actually a couple of years, man. So it's been before COVID. So ultimately, should be fun, man. Should be fun. All right. think you guys can still see me here. All right, George, I think you froze for a second, man, but I'll just keep it going here while we wait for George to kind of pop back on. So, guys, what are your thoughts here? Like, what do you like? Let us know. What are you guys plans for the Thanksgiving holiday? I know some people, it's usually a festive and fun time where people can spend time with their families. For others, it can be a little bit more of a sad time. But ultimately, let me know, guys. What are you guys doing for the Thanksgiving holiday? What do you guys ultimately? All right, so let's get a text from George. So he's having a little bit of trouble there. Not a big deal, but guys, let me know. What are you guys doing for the Thanksgiving holiday? Comment down below while you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. And yeah, I'm gonna hop into this, guys, with just giving thanks for certain things, and just self-reflecting a little bit as we kind of work to get George back in. So once George comes back in, he can also talk his piece. So, guys, with that being said, so taking time to address the things we're thankful for, very, very important during the holiday season. It's very, very important, just in general, always. It's not just during the holidays, but just taking time regularly to express gratitude for certain things is very, very important because it allows you to give yourself a bigger sense of understanding. And when you're gracious and grateful for things that you do have, you're not focusing so much on what you don't have. I know that's a cliche thing to say, but it's just it's very, very important. George is trying to come back in right now. It's very, very important to stay gratitude. Just 1 second here, guys. As I try to help George just get back in, just give me 2 seconds, and I will be right back with you guys. So for a second, just hold on, and I'm going to get George back in here. Sorry for that. All right, guys. So sorry about that. I'm still working to try to get George back in here. I'm not sure what's going on with his connection. Something obviously happened where he dropped off. But as I was saying, guys, it's just very, very important to ultimately be grateful for what you do have and not what you don't. So gratitude is important. It's always important to take the time to give thanks for the things that are going well in your life. And things, it's not always just has to be accomplishments, right? Obviously, we do celebrate our accomplishments, whether it be career driven, a healthy relationship with somebody, like as I said, a career, the money that you were able to earn throughout a year, petty things like that. It's fine. It's fine. We all celebrate promotions. We all celebrate accomplishments and wins in life, and we should always celebrate those around us for their wins and accomplishments, right? We shouldn't be jealous and envious of what other people do have because our paths are all different. But it's also important to take the time to be grateful just for like the simple things that we have. For instance, I was just in from my experience, I was just in Punta Cana recently in the Dominican Republic, and when we're here in the United States, we don't really take the time to really appreciate the fact that we have clean drinking water. That just put things in perspective for me. It was my first time traveling internationally, and what I can tell you is, you hear about it, right? That the water, water in some other countries and water in other countries isn't purified, right? But then it's a whole other experience when you're there. You have to realize that you can only drink bottled water. So, being grateful in the United States for having clean water, where we live is very, very important. If you're not homeless, you got a roof over your head. Grateful for that as well. And I feel like when you're more grateful for your life, you can actually live below it allows you to kind of maintain and build a steady cash flow and be able to actually save money. So in a weird way, it kind of ties in with being financially responsible because, when we always want more, like we're always wanting petty things or we're envious of the next person, the thing that happens is, we wind up spending a lot of money on other things that we honestly probably don't need. And we try to live above our means. And that becomes a challenge. Okay, here's George.
Yeah.
What's up, George?
My bad, bro.
On your phone?
Yeah, I have to lock my phone real quick. I'm trying to go back on the computer. If I lost everybody, I'm sorry. Just I don't know what happened, man. So your voice started getting laggy and you frozen. You just went like, and then I was trying to like just click out and just go back to my computer. It wouldn't let me exit anything out. That like maybe 5-6 pages, But the messenger and the other page of my email as well as this one, he wouldn't like really X out or anything. So I was like, fuck it. See, look, I restarted my computer. I was like, I'm just going to go back in there.
That's all right, man. Glad to have you back in here. Yeah, I just kept it. I was just talking a little bit about how important it is to be grateful and express gratitude, not just at the holidays, but just in general throughout the year. One of the things I was talking about was obviously we celebrate our wins in life, right? Our accomplishments, whether it's career, relationship, financially, what all the wins that we've had throughout a year, promotions, having a baby, maybe
right.
buying a house. But I said it's also important to be grateful for the small things, right? Like a roof over your head, clean drinking water.
Absolutely.
I was actually talking about when I was in Punta Cana, man, how the water wasn't purified out there, and it really does put things into perspective of how when we're here in the United States, we kind of take for granted the fact that we have clean drinking water. That's not such the case throughout the world, and just simple things like that, man. If you're not homeless, hey, you're somewhat winning, right? You have a roof over your head. Especially during the winter times that we're in right now, when it gets cold out at night, you have a warm bed to sleep in. Now it's important. You have clean water to shower and be able to clean yourself every single day. You got food on the table. If you have food on the table and you're eating every single day and you're able to not worry where your next meal is coming from, just expressing gratitude. I know these things are cliche and I know that,
right.
They're small, but it's important because it allows you to remain a little humble and actually live below your means. We're envious of other people and we want petty items. And, it can be detrimental because we're always trying to catch up with the next person. But, we should only follow our own paths. And I'm not trying to act like I'm all righteous here, but I'm just being honest. And, Instagram, I feel like social media makes us more envious of others nowadays. I know we've talked an episode on social media, but it allows us to see somebody's sunshine and rainbows, their highlight reel. We don't really see what's going on behind the scenes. For instance, I saw a girl was actually posted a picture. She was actually driving a Lamborghini this week. And then I think one of her other posts after that was I think she had some Louis Vuitton shoes. And I'm like, and she's actually showing the price tag on those shoes. And I think it was like $800. And I was like, here's the thing. People are going to see that and they're going to be like,
she's trying hard, right?
Yo, F her and blah, 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 blah.
Well,
they're going to try to compete
regardless.
with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people can't post things like that. You can post whatever the hell you want. We live in the United States of America. But the thing about it is social media, you really don't know what's going on in that person's life. I'm not saying that person has a bad life. I'm just saying you don't know what's going on in their life. And that's the thing. Like,
people only show the good parts, bro. They don't show the bad parts of their life. But yeah, you don't know what's going on in their life. And you might be lucky to be where you are, but you're envying them because they owned a plane. They took a trip. They traveled somewhere, took a ride somewhere nice. But you still kind of live your own life, and you can do your own things too. Don't ever. You can be inspired by others, but you don't got to be necessarily worried or competition.
Exactly.
I feel you in that, bro.
I know I was ranting a little bit there, but just being grateful for the things that we have. I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that I'm thankful for, and we can go back and forth. I could say something, George, and then you could say something, but I ultimately just want to start at the forefront, guys, by just saying I'm thankful, as cliche as this is, for you guys. Everyone out there that has supported this podcast, whether it was from day one or you started supporting us recently, appreciate you all, because we would have not had the growth. We wouldn't have developed as much as we would. If you guys actually saw the first episode we had here, if we ever do like a look back, it'll be kind of funny. I think we were a lot, like, it's crazy how far we've kind of come. Number one, we're not on Zoom anymore, and number two, we were actually not going live in our first episode. We couldn't remember, George. We had struggles even just trying to go live. The first times we were doing it on Facebook.
Yeah, we couldn't get it done. It was hard in the beginning.
Audio quality kind of sucked. I'll say, like, I feel like we were more jittery in front of the camera compared to what we are today. I feel like we're more calm and collected, and I feel like we do a lot better promotion-wise. We were able to branch to Facebook, to Instagram, to a personal website.
We grew. We definitely grew a lot. Yep.
We got on an audio platform with Spotify and Anchor, and then moving to Apple Podcasts as well. We've come a long way.
A long mile. We definitely came a full-fledged, like a whole 360. I mean, a whole, like, because we did a whole year, so that's why we came a long way too, and we grew a lot. I mean, it's like every month we're growing in something, and there's work to be done, but we'll get there.
We
like
grew our
you're saying.
Instagram. We were able to grow our Instagram followers, guys. You guys have been great. Without you guys
Follow
with
us back,
with the reactions and the engagement
feedback,
lately,
engagement,
and I got some people that I know personally behind the scenes that have been promoting this podcast on certain platforms, like the
Same here.
Discord platform. Guys, you've all just been great, and just being able to network with people too. There's a few people out there that I know that are starting podcasts, and I've been able to collab with them. I'm like, hey, I can help you, and then we could collab together. It's great, guys, and that's honestly the reason why we do this. We do this because we want to help other people, ultimately, at the expense of also being able to grow this follower base. Obviously, that's why. Yeah, obviously that's why we say to like and subscribe to our content and everything. It helps the algorithm. Our ultimate goal is obviously to grow, right? We want to grow because the more people we can reach, the better. And
we're getting it.
We talk about personal development, right? Personal development is a big portion of what we do here. And we like to help you guys with that. We like to entertain you guys with sports. We talk about entertainment, right? We have entertaining episodes. Last week we had Hollis on here, a former defensive tackle for the Eagles, and that was a fun episode where we talked some Eagles history.
We talked some good memories, some the come up, the early years, the Eagles, back like they hold like 96 to like 2006, 2005 period. The 98, 99, 2000 era, insights. That was actually a very good episode. And yeah, bro, I mean, honestly, man, everything's been looking good since then. But even before then, the last few, since like you took some time off, it seems like we kind of grew in a way, even though it was just me for a little bit, for like a month, but still, we kind of,
Yeah, we did. And that's important, right? We've also talked music too, man. You, Manny, DJ Rowe. We had another episode with Manny.
Recently.
Some good stuff.
My man Bob Carson talked about some journalism and MMA and how to expand the podcast. Funny you mentioned that because I'm actually reaching out, having other people's podcasts too and stuff like that. And it seems like like people want to help us out. And I told you I got some news as well. We might have another big guest coming up, like in terms of like the martial arts MMA community, MMA world. So we might have some of those guys. Investing. There's deals going on. One of my companies, bro, is doing a deal with CBS, bro. So I mean, shit, things are going smooth, bro. And don't worry, I'll be right back on camera in a second, bro. I have to go outside real quick. But
okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So yeah, just going back to my main point, just thank you guys. Thank you, because without you guys, this isn't a pod, there's no point even doing this podcast, right? Like that's the whole point of doing it is for you guys. So from the bottom of my heart during this 2021 Thanksgiving season, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support as always. So yeah, because this time last year we weren't that far into the podcast. So it's been over a year at this point in Thanksgiving this year. So
yeah, last Thanksgiving was pretty good, but I mean podcast wise, we're still a little bit green, right? We're still kind of newer to the scene.
Yeah, we were novices at the point.
Yeah, basically were.
So George,
we're a little more seasoned at this point, but things are looking good, bro. They're growing. We got to stay focused.
Definitely do, man. So George, what's something that you're thankful for this Thanksgiving 2020 season? What is something that you're thankful for ultimately?
Good question, bro. Honestly, bro, like you said, bro, I'm gonna keep it sort of like sweet and short and kind of the point. I'm thankful for for everything in my life at the moment. All the good stuff. I mean, my family, my close ones, my loved ones, my relatives, close friends, associates. You guys, my other squad, my other crew, my new job, and also the new job that I'm going for. My newer, my more recent job. Of course, also going back to Kelly service real soon. I just spoke with some of them, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for what I got. Just the roof over my head. A bed to sleep in, a car to drive, and enough to get around, bro. I sometimes like simple things, and I'm not always about complicated, fancy stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm grateful for. But also, of course, our viewers and some of our guests and everything that's going on. Like I said, bro, I don't want to say too much and put too much out there, but I already put a lot of stuff in the universe out there, and things looking good. Bro, I told you, there's deals coming up. We're gonna grow as well because we're part. You're part of the podcast with me. So obviously, if I'm getting connected to some big people, you're getting connected right there, and it's all gonna work out. So you know what I mean? I'm grateful for that. Again, I don't say a lot, but a lot of people, whose names some I'll mention, some I won't mention, but my folks out there, some of my, coaches, trainers from MMA, martial arts, sort of like mentors. You know what I mean? I'm thankful for those guys. Thankful for the people I train with, the students, and the being able to compete again this past year because I didn't compete since 2019. And then COVID hit, it was a little hard. So I just fought again, and it's always a blessing. Even if you lose sometimes, it's still a blessing. So yeah, I'm blessed and I'm thankful for all the stuff, all the above, basically.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm seeing the comments are actually rolling in, so just going to take this time to address some of them.
Yeah, go ahead. Read some comments in the meantime.
Hell yeah. So I'm seeing nice. Y'all are hooked up. Wow. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate the support as always. I know you're regularly
Tuning in and all.
tuning in. So thank you. Thank you for the support there. Just with family stuff. And it says, y'all be killing this episode. I actually can't see who that is. I'm not sure if you can, George. I tried looking and seeing, and it's weird. Like sometimes I can see certain comments and I can't see other ones. Maybe you could check real quick and see if you could see.
I'll try. Yeah, no, I can't see one either. Somebody said, "Hey George," I don't know who it was.
Mike said, I'm thankful for everything, my kids, the life I live, and more. Mike, great things to be thankful for, man. And very, very. Oh, okay. So that was Mike too. That said, y'all be killing this episode. Good stuff, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for qualifying me. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude. I did see your other comment, Mike. It says, I'm thankful for everything, my kids, the life I live, and more. Yeah, absolutely, man. Great things to be thankful for, man. The ability that you were able to actually have kids, man. You know how many men out there actually can't even have kids, right? You know, that's something we take for granted sometimes, right? You know, there's men that struggle to actually have kids.
Yeah.
So women as well. So the ability exactly. So the ability that you were able to have the two kids that you do, man, that's awesome, man. And you were able to start a family, like God's gift to the world. So awesome, man.
Definitely, man. We can appreciate that too, and congrats, and yeah, it's awesome. But you got to be thankful for everything you got. I mean, whether it's materialistic things, people in your life, opportunities, experiences, what you've been through, who you are, your body, if you have good genes, if you work hard, if you have money, if you have a good car, you should be appreciative for everything, because everything can be taken away from you and will be taken away from you. You never know. You can't take a lot of it with you, So.
Yeah, it absolutely can be, man. It can be taken away. That's the thing. That's why gratitude is just so important, man, to appreciate what we do have, because there's times all the time, right? Like we got family members that we don't talk to that much, and we hold grudges, and life, like, what the cliche is that life is short, right?
Life is too short.
So then what happens if you haven't talked to that person for a couple of years because you're holding a grudge, and then they pass away, and then you feel like a big bag of shit, to be honest. Right. And then like your whole life you go on, you're like, damn, I wish I had said something to that person. In my opinion, life is just too short to hold grudges. Now, I'm saying that there's not toxic people around you. That sometimes it's just better to move in another direction. But honestly, at the end of the day, if you really love somebody and you're holding a grudge over something petty, it's not something that's serious. Drop it and move on, in my personal opinion, and just reach out and talk to that person, because if it's petty, it's not something that's like detrimental to your relationship where you honestly have to drop them off for the rest of their life. Obviously there's certain circumstances it could be so, but in my personal opinion, if it's just small and petty, drop it and move forward. And I saw Mike's comment down there. It says, got a rich, and I'm assuming it meant mad, got a rich man's family, a boy and a girl. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, you were able to have both a boy, a male and a female, man, a boy and a girl. So that's great, man. That's great. Because you could have had all girls, all boys, but hey, man, you were able to have both. Good stuff, man. And George, good things that you were thankful for there too, my friend. Great stuff that you said. You said your family, your friends, associates, your potential career that you might be taking off, right? And then even things with Pancreas, right? Your ability that you were able to travel to California, right?
Exactly, bro. All that, bro. All that. Opportunities, everything kind of rolls for, a certain way, but everything, is good. Like I said, I'm still in here, bro, and just to be with the right people, connected with the right opportunities, to build more things, bro, to feel like, like I'm doing something right, and, like I'm going the right route. Because, sometimes, like you go to school and you don't go for exactly, you go to like, but you're not going to really go for what you really, you might like that, but you might not be what you really want to do. And also you might not even find work in that. So you have to kind of, you always have to reinvent yourself, reevaluate, relearn things. You went to school, okay, cool. Keep studying. That's what you did. You after school, you'll find the right job. You'll come up. So it's all about timing and patience. Being patient is part of being, grateful about things. Sometimes you got to write it out and wait it out a little bit, and then you find things, opportunities. But when you find opportunity, jump for it. With me, it was kind of a blessing. With the whole thing with Pancreas Cyber Wrestling, the MMA thing, and with the new squad, the new teams. I meet a lot of people, doing a lot of networking, and that's what it's about. Hang on a second. I want to try to go back in here because everything shut down unexpectedly. I can resume everything, and I could possibly join from the phone, go back to the computer. So give me a second. Okay. I'll stay here for a few minutes on the phone like this. Okay. I never do it on the phone. I do it on the computer all the time. So this is like kind of like holding it. It's a little different, but
sounds good, man. The second, I'm going to go into the second thing I'm kind of thankful for this year, man, after I've just kind of done some self-reflection and thought about it. I would say the ability to work alongside individuals that I do in my career, and the ability to learn from those individuals. The career path that I'm on right now, and the organization that I actually work for, has been one of the most rewarding industries and one of the most rewarding organizations to work for. So ultimately, I'm not in a for-profit right now. I'm in a non-profit organization, but my ultimate
Still
plan is
good.
to work for investment firms and stuff, right? But right now, I work with a great group of individuals who are always willing to learn and always willing to teach. And I've learned a lot in the past 2 years that I've been with my organization. I just passed the 2-year mark. Just the amount of knowledge I've been able to learn from my colleagues, from my supervisors, my managers, my like regional managers, like the people that I've worked with, and the ability to learn, and just their character, the people that I've been able to work with, has just been amazing. So for that experience, for sure, my career growth in the last 2 years, where I started with the organization and where I've gone to, the levels I've gone to. So George will be right back in, guys. He just had to pop out for a second. I think he's going to go on the computer. Okay, that's it.
Cool. Yeah, sorry about that. Just a quick transaction. Yeah, no, but you're saying, bro. Yeah, basically, right. Like a lot of ambition there, and a lot of opportunities for you. Again, do something you like. You're probably a little more with. You're familiar with, and to be grateful and gratitude. Gratitude can get you a long way, bro. It can get you the job you always desire. Trust me. Knowing how to, when to apply, be thankful. Don't take nothing for granted. Don't overlook nothing either, because overlooking and sleeping on things. Yep, they'll make you forget everything.
Absolutely, man. And a wise person once told me before I got into my industry, a few years ago. It was actually a couple of years ago. A wise person once told me that I reached out to them and I was like, "Hey, look, I see that you're very, very successful in this area, in the same industry that I'm kind of going into." So I asked them, at such a young age, what allowed you to become successful? What allowed you to have such a great work-life balance? The person that I saw, that I was talking to, was traveling a lot, had some great, was able to build a steady cash flow, get a home, at such a young age, and they advanced so far in their career at such a young age. So, I took the humility and I asked them. A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't want to ask somebody how they did something, or what path they took to get there. A lot of people just don't have the humility. I'll be honest. I was one that never did, really. I was always somebody that's like, "Man, I'm not asking that person. I'm not doing this," because you just think you know it all, and when you don't. That's a good point, George. Because when you're grateful, and you're humble, you're always willing to learn things from somebody else. So I reached out to that person, and that wise person told me, start at the small level of the organization, be willing to learn, willing to put the work in. It's not easy. You need to be disciplined. You need to put the work in, but always be willing to learn from the individuals that you work with and are around you. Analyze that organization and see what their opportunities are. Do you have abilities? Do you have an ability to grow at that organization? If not, it's probably not the organization for you if you want to go up. So always look around of who you're working with and see if you can learn from those individuals. But also, once you start to learn things, offer value to people below you, or maybe even people that are on the same level or above you. You can always teach somebody something. So always be willing to offer value as well. But a wise person definitely told me that before. Start low and be willing to learn, be willing to work hard. I know it's cliche to say that, but learning is very important. And you cannot be afraid to ask questions. It is key. You can't be afraid to ask questions. In an interview process, they tell you too, right? When you're looking to get the job, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, if I'm interviewing somebody, I'm going to think you're not interested. So that's how I see it. You're not interested in my organization enough, and I'm not going to hire it.
There's nothing there, right? It's not, because you got to express interest, and then we can go into another direction, but we're not going to steer too much off topic. We got to kind of stay on point a little bit. It's kind of like the facial expression. Somebody doesn't look interested, they look away, keep things, bro. As an interviewer, you got to see that. But at the same time, if they want to be there, they'll be there. Some people go there, they don't know what they want, but then they get the job and they're also grateful at times. So it depends. It could go either way, as we say, you know what I mean? But if some people get the job, they're good at first, they show a lot of interest, a lot of skill, a lot of, they're compatible with the job, a lot of, capabilities, again, a lot of, effort and effectiveness, and they're good. And then they fall off after like a year or two, or halfway through the season, through the fiscal year, everything goes, just kind of like changes, sometimes.
Absolutely, man. That's a really, really good point, man. So, like I said, career growth where I've started is important to me. People that I work around is very important to me, and ultimately the mentors that I've surrounded myself with too, whether it's family, people that I've networked and met, that are not family, they're good friends of mine or colleagues. The circle that I've surrounded myself with, and the people that I've been able to work alongside with, mentors, family, like I said, family or friends. Highly thankful for any of you guys out there who are watching. You know who you are if you've been my mentor and I've learned from you. And then my goal is, as I'm kind of growing, career wise, is to offer value to those people. And like I said, you get something from somebody, but always be willing to offer value back. So I'm thankful for y'all. Thankful for all my mentors out there. Thankful for my career growth. Thankful for the people I work alongside. So that's my career. Thanks this Thanksgiving 2021, and I thank you guys on the podcast as well who are viewing the show. So George, what would you say is your next thing you're thankful for? Do you have anything else? I know you listed off like a lot of things at once, but
Uh, thankful again, just kind of to be where I'm at as well. I'm thankful for my path, and it's just like God's been good to me. Life's been good to me lately. I did have a little rough period like a year ago, even a little before COVID, like 2 years ago. I switched jobs at one point. For a little bit I wasn't working. So a lot happened, a lot of changes. I don't want to get into everything, but yeah, kind of like a long path, to get where I'm at now, and I just gotta keep going forward. I feel like I've done a lot, but it's not to be done, and I don't want to talk ahead of time. But I'm thankful for that. And like you said, for the people in my life, a lot of I always say like a big circle, but not really though, in the sense that I know a lot of people. I know thousands, maybe even more, but people that I'm cool with is only like a more narrow sort of like circle. And then my circle is even more narrow circle. You know what I mean? It's like I'll be cool with people, but don't mean they're necessarily all in my circle like that. Sorry, it's a little message. I'm getting some text messages and some feedback about the show too, because like we said, we text some people. So somebody says, a friend of mine named Ruby, she says, "Good show, guys. You're looking good." I guess she's watching on IG or on YouTube. I don't know, but yeah, she said, "Looking good. Good show, guys. Thank you, Ruby. Appreciate you." Like I was saying, man. Yeah, back to the story. So basically, I'm thankful for like the people in my life and my close group of friends. The ones that see me the most. They've done a lot for me, and it's like always like a mutual feeling. Love. Is given and is also accepted. So thankful for people that I learn from, people that you know like I met through, again, through connections, networks and through my jobs, through in the last few years, but all my life, definitely, but just, in the last few years that I've met that have helped me and shaped me some kind of way and influenced me. I'm thankful for those guys, the influencer. I'm thankful for the stuff that I watch, the influencers, guys that might be celebrities that I look up to. Cause, I'm not no one's fan like that. I mean, how I am, but, there's a few people that I like and I watch their stuff, so, grateful to be where I'm at. And, yeah, bro, grateful obviously for my family. I mentioned it earlier, when I was okay for a second, but, grateful for them
absolutely,
too.
man, absolutely. That's good, man.
Of course,
That's a good
grateful to
point,
be.
man.
I'm not gonna cut you off, but grateful for the YouTube channel that's growing and our viewers, and our content and our podcast. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be here right now. This wouldn't be happening. you know.
Exactly, it wouldn't be. You're right. You're right. It wouldn't be. My next topic I'm going to move on to. Well, I'll say what I'm thankful for. I'm just going to address a couple comments that kind of came in. It's weird. Like some comments you just can't always put them on the live stream for some reason. But like at least up in here, but I can see it on the Facebook live stream. So Todd Gardner is my former manager and a good friend of mine from Lowe's. He said, chilling with family, thankful and blessed for all my family and friends. He said, thankful for your friendship, brother. Just want to give you a shout out, Steve, and said you always still try to get the Lowe's crew back together. Yeah, man, always, because I appreciate at the time when I worked with you guys. So it's always nice when I try to get these guys, get everyone together once a year, and still link up with you guys. But Todd, appreciative of you too, my friend. You've been like a friend and a mentor to me as well. So appreciate you, man. As always, thanks for the shout out.
Thank you, guys.
And
Thank you, Todd.
yeah, as always, man. So my next thing I would say, out of thankfulness for, I would say family and friends, right? Because I'm surrounded by some great friends. There have been some relationships this year where I kind of I felt like they were taking me in a toxic direction. So I did, you do sometimes outgrow people, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not hate or shade, but you're growing in a different direction. So sometimes it's just important to move in the other direction and just kind of drop those people from your life. And it's no hate, like no ill will. You wish them the best. But I've also gained some great friends this year as well. I'm always thankful for my family. I have some great cousins that I can always reach out to whenever I'm going through something. So, some great cousins, aunts and uncles. But Unfortunately, my grandparents are no longer with me on both sides, but always blessed for the relationship that I was able to have with them before they did pass away. And I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. For some friends I've really been able to learn a lot from. Some of my friends are like the athletic friends. They're the friends that I like to work out with. There's other friends I know that are on the business side. They're good financially, and you learn a lot from them. It's important in friendships, I feel, to build each other up, be able to add value to each other's lives, right? And then you always
any
look
value is good, bro, for sure. People that can
people,
elevate you, really can elevate them. Because people also appreciate it for you, for like, you might have great friends and talk about them, like you appreciate them, but also appreciate you because that's how it works, bro, because both ways. So definitely,
exactly.
valuable lessons. I appreciate a good valuable lesson. How about that? There we go. Like,
Exactly. I mean, you should be able to elevate, like, you guys should elevate each other. That's important in a friendship. You elevate each other, and you don't tear each other down. Friendships that are based on jealousy, enviousness, gossip behind each other's backs is not healthy, right? You address that face to face. And I know it's cliche to say that, like, face to face, but a lot of people, they gossip, man. It's easier to do. You don't have to face confrontation, but it's not a way to handle it. But ultimately, just grateful for some great friends that are in my life. Some new friends that I met this year and was able to collab with. Actually, me and you, man, collabing on this podcast. I was able to meet some of the people that and you were able to meet some of the people that I know, right? So, some new friends and
new
people,
friends and new kind of connections, and like you bond, you forge, bonds, you kind of like bond with some people. You can bond with people doing a podcast, talking, but you can also bond with just hanging out at some spot, some stairs, smoking a little blunt, smoking some weed or something.
Yeah,
or
great,
going to the gym.
Exactly. And just talking to people. Grateful for actually some of we've gotten YouTube comments from people in like other states, man. People that just kind of happen to come across our channel. I remember we had a couple, man, where you've seen, bro, where one of the guys I think was from California. So we've gotten comments from people, man, in other states and across the country. So definitely grateful for that. Grateful for new followers and people that were just able to find us. Or maybe they heard about us from somebody else, but just grateful for it. Grateful for the family, grateful for the friends, and grateful for anybody I was able to meet.
I'll definitely, I feel you, bro. I'm listening to what you're saying. As far as the comments, definitely grateful for those, comments. I'll probably check some out. I know some of the older previous episodes, have been getting more views than comments. Like you said, once you put out there on YouTube, it's part of the YouTube streets, the YouTube universe. Anybody can watch it. It could be 5 years down, 10 years down the line. It could be right now. It could be tomorrow. It could have been yesterday. But people will be watching, and they'll come across some old content and old, material. So that's why today's a little more open. It's like an open-ended, more like an open discussion. It's not really like, and it's like being thankful. It's a very basic but very good topic that we never really covered, I believe, like that. I don't think we ever really talked about Thanksgiving so much, or just one particular holiday, mostly Christmas. But so yeah, it's a good one, man. And I also want to take the time real quick before we move over to some of the next topics we have here. We got plenty of time actually. So also I want to say that if anybody still, there is still some time, guys. We still got about at least like 25 solid minutes or so, maybe 30 to even continue a little more discussion. If somebody wants to chime in, definitely feel free to, join with the link. I know Steve sent some links. You guys, the link is, I believe, somewhere you can put it somewhere in the description too, maybe. So, I mean, if they want
yeah, I can actually do that now if you guys want to. So what I ultimately wanted people to do was to DM us, but you know what? Yeah, guys, I'll actually
it might be easier that way, but it's up to you. Yeah, I mean, we have some. Let me see. Yes, people. I was watching the podcast. He's trying to do some promotion. They want to do promotion on the Hollis Thomas episode, which I told her it's fine. The last episode. A lot of people want to like watch that one, so I'll send some clips of that one. People are definitely impressed. People that didn't even watch it, didn't even know it was going on, because again, we can only reach so many people. We're still new at this, guys. We're trying to reach more masses. Of course, you get paid for some of that too, which sometimes we do. But that's
exactly.
All
right, guys. All right, guys. So I'm actually dropping the stream link below now.
Yeah. I appreciate it, Steve. We gotta definitely do these things. There we go, right there.
Yeah, if you guys do want to join the room, click that link below. So don't click that link unless you actually want to join, because you're gonna pop up on the screen. Once you do, just want to kind of tell you guys that you are gonna pop on our screen. I mean, you just say you made a mistake occasion. I mean, because then I'll see if you come in the room or whatever. But I can always, before I admit y'all in. Yeah, man. They so just thank you guys. So we're just, the comments are below if you guys want to hop in or pop in or whatever the case may be. feel free. And we will make it happen.
No doubt. So, real quick, bro, since we're on this topic, right? What are some of the things you look forward to a lot when you think about Thanksgiving? The first thought in your mind when it comes to like, it's November now. You go outside, close your eyes, you feel the leaves, that the wind, the cold, and obviously we're watching the Eagles and football because it is fall. But what are like some of the first things when you think about Thanksgiving, and what do you look forward to, and what are some of the first things that come in mind? Go.
I would say family and friends, man, and just getting together and making the best of the season, right? You link up with people you haven't seen in a while. A lot of people come home for the holidays, right? They might live in other states or whatever, but they come home to see family, so you can always link up with them when they come home. So just family and friends, I would say obviously good eating as well, right? We got good food. Usually at Thanksgiving, right, where we all get to eat a little bit and enjoy ourselves. Yeah, man, just a great time of the year for family, friends, and food, I would say. And then just obviously thankfulness and gratitude, right? So how about you, man? Obviously cool weather as well.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like just the weather, family, the thought of like kind of coming together, it's kind of just bonding with, some family and close relatives or cousins or whatever, family by marriage, all the above. Uh, the food, of course, what I mean? But just kind of like more than anything, just that vibe, what I mean? Just that feeling, it's Thanksgiving, it's fall, it's right after Halloween, but it's also like before Christmas, and then it's basically virtually almost a month from Halloween. So it's kind of like it's getting colder now, so it's kind of like that feeling of like the holidays, and just like the first one, it sets off, and then after that, December starts, and then you're in the Christmas spirit all the way to January. So just like it kicks off that season, late in the year. So that's what I think about, and I look forward to, again, for Thanksgiving, just to eat, be home, just the one day, because I mean it is like still a special day. I don't get caught up in the whole idea behind it. It's more about like the thought of Thanksgiving, not so much the history, how it came, some of the more negative aspects, that people talk about or whatever the case may be. And I see people say I don't celebrate no more, not my holiday. Well, I look at more like a day of being thankful and grateful, and again, more of like uniting people and dividing them. I don't think about some of the stuff that may have happened, somewhere in history. Some pilgrims did eat with the Native Americans, and everything was cool, peaceful. But some people out there probably slaughtered them too, and the holidays are holidays. So I get that point, I mean, not that I want to go there. I don't want to go there. We're not going to take it there. But I'm just saying, I feel like I see it more like in a positive light. But I see why people, feel how they feel sometimes about certain holidays. I mean, a lot of people are not really celebrating Columbus Day. To be fair, I never really celebrated. I was kind of like just a holiday that the state, the government had, because a lot of people are saying Indigenous People Day, or they're saying fuck you to Columbus Day. They're not really feeling that. You know that, right?
Yeah, my work calls it Indigenous Peoples Day in my company.
That's us not calling it too, which is fine. It's totally fine. I mean, I can respect it, appreciate that as well. Let me see. All right, some feedback, just some comments. But yeah, so I guess we're kind of like in a mutual state of thinking instead of mind when it comes to like what we think about. We definitely kind of like think about the family, chilling. Some again for me also some family traditions. We do watch some movies. A lot of times they have a marathon of cool movies, bro. Thanksgiving movies. A lot of James Bond movies too, by the way, getting shown. I don't know why, but I remember a while ago, back a couple Thanksgivings ago, my mom was cooking and all that. I had some people over and they were watching like a marathon. Like my folks were there, my dad and them were there. Then we had two TVs because it was like we had a TV like by the kitchen at the time, in his house here, right? And
Yeah.
it was like downstairs they're watching like some kind of James Bond movie marathon, and I was watching something. But then another TV they're watching something in Albanian, and there's something else being watched. In the TV in the living room or so the family room, there was some sports game going on. I don't know what it was. Might have been like a football game or something being replayed. So I'm like, people are watching it and it's definitely busy. So just kind of having like some people over and watching TV and good movies and eating food. I mean, that always helps. See,
Yeah.
we a lot of times, my family will celebrate the Eid before Thanksgiving. It's just like a thing we do, even for Christmas. A lot of the families will celebrate the day before Christmas, and even more than Christmas itself, but they celebrate both. So
it's the biggest drinking night of the year, man. Like Thanksgiving Eve, man, and it's actually
that would be tonight, right?
Yeah, it's actually funny that you said watching TV or shows or whatever and stuff. Yeah, Todd actually commented and said things that come to mind for him are chilling with family, friends, food, and watching football. Yeah, football's another one, man. Right? If you're into sports, football is every Thanksgiving, man. They have the Thanksgiving games on Thursday, so that's important as well, man.
Yeah, but
important as well.
I feel you, bro. I mean, again, it's just a holiday that we appreciate it. It's a lot going on. For me, the grind, the hustle never stops, bro. I mean, I gotta keep doing my thing, still top of things. But like you always talk about, and we said it countless of times in many episodes, we must also understand, that we gotta kind of stay committed. We do kind of stay put a little, but also enjoy ourselves and not get caught up too much in the whole work or just that disbalance or disproportion of life or just working too much or too hard or thinking chase something too much. You can chase and work for money, but you gotta chase it like crazy, And again, the facade, that illusion, trying to be all cool for social media when in reality just some pictures. It's just Facebook, IG, Twitter. People take it too far sometimes. I know, but also TikTok is another big one that's coming out now.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
But
it's good to work hard and everything, man, but a work-life balance is important. A work-life
Thanksgiving
balance is very
does
important.
that, bro. I guarantee you, I will text people Thanksgiving. Some people say, "Hey, I don't celebrate it, but happy Thanksgiving to you as well." A lot of people don't celebrate it, and it's okay. Again, it's just more like the thought of how they season accounts, not so much the how what it means. What it means. Again, you can kind of like interpret it your own little way. To me, just the things again, just what it is giving thanks. Does that have to be the very first one, or do we want to focus on the good and bad that happened? Because there was good and bad that happened, or I guess the original Thanksgiving. Even Black Friday's supposed to be a bad sort of day. That's why I don't really celebrate like that. But I'll go out and buy things. Black Friday's got a meaning behind it, bro.
True. Black Friday, it's material items, right? But I'm like, hey, they got some good deals on Black Friday. But some people would rather camp. Do you remember when that was a big thing, man? When people would camp out the night of Thanksgiving, to the night before everything opened on Black Friday, and they would actually skip Thanksgiving to go camp out for items. So you're putting you're putting items in front of family, which is
your materialism is defeating everything I don't like the message. It's lame to me. It's kind of whack. You camp out only to go get some materials. Fucking do it. Sleep home. Get up early if you want to do all that. I mean, if you don't camp out, go ahead, but just camp out after you eat. Don't just skip all Thanksgiving just to camp out the day so you can go the next day, have an edge to get to the store early. That makes no sense. It's just like, don't drink too much, eat a little early, call it night a little early on Thanksgiving. But usually people hang out and play cards or watch TV or chill with the family or eat, and that's fine. Again, it's the company and the quality time that matters. But people do what they do, and then the next day they'll be up early, but you slept at like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock. Well, you might not be able to get up early,
Very true. Very true.
And that's the thing with me. I was hoping to be off today, which I am, and I haven't been called in yet, so I'm cool. But I am on call tomorrow. Very likely, I may be called in. Forget my Black Friday. I ain't gonna be in the morning. I'll get up late. When I go to work, man, it's hard to get up early. I get up early from my other job and then go back to sleep. But if I get up at like 9 even and stay up until after, that'll be like a miracle because I go to sleep at like 5 sometimes. But I'm actually going to sleep and fall asleep, and I'll sleep till about 12:30,
Yeah, man. That's just how it is, man. When you're working, you're trying to juggle the holidays
like
with work and stuff, man.
When you work at Lowe's, same thing.
Yeah. So when I worked at Lowe's, we always got out Thanksgiving. So we'd come in during the day, right? We'd work Tuesday into Wednesday morning, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, which was standard. You work your overnight. We'd go home in the morning, go to sleep, and then wake up, and then we'd come back in around like 2 o'clock. Like 2 p.m. and or 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or whatever, and we'd get done around like 10 or 11 at night, and then we'd go out to the bar still too. That was always the thing we'd do, but we'd get out like the night before, instead of getting out at 6 a.m., we're getting out at 10, 11 at night. That way we can go out, have some drinks, get home, go to sleep at a decent hour, and be able to wake up and enjoy our Thanksgiving because we were always off on Thanksgiving, which is always nice, right? And then we never worked Fridays, actually. I never, like when I first started at Lowe's, we were off on Friday and Saturday nights. We never had trucks. So, we had an early weekend. What we'd do is we'd come in during the day on Wednesday and we'd get paid for the Thanksgiving holiday, which was always nice. So, I didn't have to juggle it too much. If you work in retail though, and you work like during the day and stuff, you'll have to probably come in on Black Friday is a big day for a lot of retailers. So, you might be working the 12 to 16-hour shift. But it's big in retail. I work in finance, so we don't do work on Thanksgiving and stuff like that or Black Friday. So usually a lot of funders and stuff in the finance industry, or your investors. You're always responsible for investors, right? But like a lot of time we're not doing work during the holiday. Sometimes people do go in the office on holidays, but at my organization in particular, we don't really we don't work in the office on the holidays. We're paid to be off for that.
That's how it is in a lot of jobs, except some jobs will make you do a weekend yes, one what no, or you work a holiday, you take one off, or you might even work 2 in a row and take 2 off. Like you probably be off Memorial Day and 4th of July, but you might do Thanksgiving and Christmas and possibly something in between. Like of course you also have a Labor Day, that, which it is a holiday and it's a pretty good one. But it's only like 5 or 6 holidays in a year usually, or days are considered. Some jobs don't. There's certain jobs that consider some holidays even early holidays. You have Halloween, of course, that's not really a big holiday. It's more like a day. It's a hell day. A hell holiday, huh? It literally is what it is. I
Fuck.
mean, Halloween. It's kind of the day of the
Yeah,
scary.
it's my birthday. It's my birthday, man.
Your birthday, bro. Yeah, it's more your birthday more than Halloween, you know. But yeah, you know, that is a cool birthday to have. I'm not gonna lie. If your birthday, you know, is on Halloween, for those like you have your birthday, share your birthday, bro. I mean, you kind of get to do both. But for you, it's always a great day, no matter what. I mean, I'm just saying because some people don't celebrate Halloween, don't even care to, you know, get into it. We just go other places because we like to go there, you know.
Exactly.
So
I think I'm gonna just say one last thing that I'm grateful for here, and so I said the podcast and everyone that supports it, my career, the growth inside my career, my family, my friends. Um, I also want to take the time just to say, you know, the small things like a roof over my head, food on the table, ability to you know, learn, you know, the small things, actually learning the importance of credit, learning the importance of money and how to live below my means and things of that nature, which is always good, man, because it allows you to save, allows you to put money in your investment accounts, whatever. The knowledge I was able to learn through school. But those are the small things. The last major thing I'm going to say, good health. Good health, ultimately, man. I haven't really gotten sick throughout 2021 at all. You know, I've just been staying in the gym and working on my health, man. But just the ability to work, be able to work out. You know, we always like to say, and I actually saw a quote the other day, and it said, and it had the thing saying, "I have to work out today," and then it had a cross through it, like it had a line through it, and it said, "I get to work out today." It's the mindset shift, not I have to work out, but hey, I get the ability to work out. My knees and my legs work. My arms and my legs work. I'm able to actually work out today. So just think about that for a second, because there's a lot of people that are dealing with injuries that would actually kill to be in the gym, be able to work on their health, to just be able to take a walk. Just think, man, like, you know, be able to, people that are going through sicknesses and illnesses and dealing with debilitating diseases like cancer. You know, those people will give anything they have to be able to have that life, the life without like being cancer free and things of that nature. So let's just take time to address the fact that, you know, if you're in good health, be appreciative of it, because there's a lot of people that are going through some shit. Realistically, you know, and they wish they had good health. They wish they had clean health and be able to have peak performance and be able to work out and enjoy themselves. So the next time you go to the gym and you're thinking, hey, damn, I got to work out. This shit sucks. Because just think about it. Most of the time we don't want to work out. We feel good afterwards, but we don't want to go to the gym or work out or go for a run outside. Next time you see that, think, I get to work out. The ability that I can actually be in good health, and to the point where, you know, I'm actually able to work out and take care of my health. You know, life's full of choices, but I'm very, very appreciative that I'm in good health. You know, I have, you know, appreciative of the fact that I'm able to, you know, have 20/20 vision and other things like that. You know, just blessed, man. Blessed ultimately. My health is good. Yeah, and my health is clean. You know, I'm able to do what I want to do each day. I'm able to get up and live the life I want to live. And when you're in good health, you have a lot of energy, man. That's why they say put good foods in your body, because when even if you're trying to, you know, be successful and, you know, generate a lot of money or build a business or whatever you're trying to do, you know, having high energy is critical. It's peak. It's important. So, you know, put good food in your body. But
definitely, bro. You know, again, exactly to add on what you're saying, stay healthy, and you know, the ability, you know, blessed to eat good food. I mean, we have a lot of like foods that are probably crap, but to eat the great ones, you know, and the right plate, you know, food and good nutrition. You know, go to the gym, have the ability to walk. I mean, small things that we take for granted probably every day without even realizing that are really there, and we gotta be grateful. The ability to breathe. I mean, it's 2021 and COVID's still out there, alive and well. You know, for those, you know, they really, you know what's going on, and you know, without getting into a lot of other stuff. So to be able to breathe and say that I'm healthy, you know, I'm cool, whether you're vaccinated or not, as long as you're healthy, you're good. I mean, it's what that matters. We're not trying to, you know, say it, you know, take either side, you know, or say, you know, either one is better than the other, you know, but whether you're, you know, as long as you're healthy, you got like your food, you know, food on the table, a roof on top of you, you know what I mean, a table to eat, you know, your food at, a bed to sleep or whatever, somewhere to lay your head, you know, head at, a nice warm place and it's kind of cold. Imagine being this kind of weather. Imagine it gets, this isn't nothing. Imagine it gets real cold. This is still kind of early, by the way. He's not going to kick into like late December, January, February, March. I mean, oh man, it's coming. So blessed to have a place to stay, bro. A chimney with a fucking with a nice little, you know what I mean, with some, you know, a nice fireplace. You know what I mean, that's very appreciative. I appreciate to even have that, you know, to have you know, a little spot to go and hang out and, you know, stay on my own a little bit, as well as like my parents' house. You know, stay here where I'm at. You know, the car that I drive. You know what I mean, clothes that I have. You know, on my back. I mean, it's a lot of things to be grateful for, bro. So it's all about having gratitude. You know, appreciation, loving what you do, not being entitled by earning things. You know, earning stuff and being loyal. You know, honest, strong,
Exactly.
kind to a degree too, and like we say, kind of help others as well. And it's a thing, like we said earlier, bro, to mention because you said something good earlier. We try to help others as well coming up with this podcast because we knew how it was. We were also the new kids on the block once upon a time. A year and a half ago, we were kind of like still starting this. We didn't even know what we were doing, so we came a long way.
Yes, we did, man. And
So,
yeah, like you were saying, grateful to have good people around you, man. It's like seems like you got a nice diverse friend circle, man. People you can always learn from, man. And that's always a blessed thing to have, right?
yeah, bro, it definitely is, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. Having just the right people around me, and again, not hang out with people that really just like energy, blood suckers, leeches. How did the baby sing a song? And I don't like the leeches. Yeah, I don't like the leeches. He says when I was 5 years old, I used to like my teachers. That was funny. That was a good bar. But yeah, basically, I just like I'm okay where I'm at. Just I'm again blessed and happy, and you meet new people. I've never been the type to on that, no new friends type shit. I am kind of like on my day ones and all that, so I kind of do believe that a little. But I also believe that there's some good new friends if you can, pick the right people and connect with the right ones and kind of go forward and learn things. Never stop improving and learning. Always kind of be you and stand for something or fall for nothing. Understand what you want to do. Keep your circle good. Pay attention to your circle or the right ones. If you got the right ones, you're good. But if you got a crazy circle, you don't can't even trust them. Pay attention because they will hurt you. What's going on in the news? Everybody's getting in trouble, booked, fucked up, people getting killed. I mean, in the rap game and hip hop and music and in the industry, everywhere. I mean, just a lot of drama, a lot
Exactly.
of necessary stuff for sports. Yeah, social media, I would say, bro, it can make things good. Like, I mean, sometimes I'm grateful to have my accounts and be able to run them in a good way, but sometimes, it looks like it's too much. Like, oh man, so much is going on. I mean, people are getting shot because of social
Yeah,
media, they're getting in fights,
yeah, exactly. Watch how much you
big beef,
reveal to certain people, man. Because there's
big
some
beef,
people out there, man, that are your best interest ain't in
crazy
mind for
vampires.
them. Yeah, your best interest ain't in heart for them. So yeah, there's some people out there, man, that will try to snake you and do bad and do some evil shit to you. So you just got to be careful. That's why with social media, man, it's just to be cautious of what gets posted and what gets seen. A lot of people tag. I saw this other famous quote, man, and it said, if I tag myself somewhere, I'm already gone. Like I was already there. Like that's actually a good point. Like a lot of times, like it's like, hey, if I tag myself somewhere, I was already there. Like people do it after they leave because they don't want people knowing where they're at or like being able to show up and find out where they're at. And that's actually
Yeah,
important, man. You got to be cautious of what you post and what you show people. And obviously, if you post a lot of things, like I said, that one girl posted a picture of a Lamborghini and a Louis shoes, the Louis Vuitton shoes. I'm like, yo, there's nothing wrong with it. You can post whatever you want, but the thing is, you might build some people around you who what do they call that? The evil head. They say they got that the jealousy rears its ugly head, right? And they're looking at
jealousy
you
is ugly head. Yeah,
and they're looking at you like in a negative eye, kind of like with like what do they say that the blue eye, the Nizal? It's like
it's an
it's
evil
like the
eye.
blue
The blue eye, yeah, the envious, the envious
the
eye.
evil eye, yeah. And they wish bad things on you, and if you believe in that type of energy and stuff, people can bring bad energy upon you. So be careful who you surround yourself with. Be careful what you post on social media. It's a free country. You can honestly post whatever the hell you want, but just be very, very mindful when you do that. You do open yourself up to criticism, so be able to take criticism, because I'm saying, like, when you have good things that are going well for you and you post a lot of the good things on social media, there's going to be people that are going to try to tear you down. So just be prepared. Be prepared. I know some people that literally don't utilize social media for that reason. They don't use Facebook. They don't use Instagram. And they don't
Because they
use
don't
it
want to
because
show
they
nothing. They don't want to reveal nothing, bro. And you know
don't
what?
want to
Some
reveal
people are
nothing to
happy that way.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they don't
I
care
feel
for
like
clout. They don't care for the picture there. There's people that are against the people that are not against it, but just they're disciplined enough not to make an account at all. They're just, I mean, they know not to have an account is a bad thing, but people you get caught up a lot in this all social media. This shit kind of sucks you in a little bit. I mean, it is it's tricky, but
yeah, exactly. So just be mindful. Just be mindful when you post a lot of stuff and you do a lot on social media. You open yourself up to the hate and the criticism. People are gonna do it. So yeah. I think we went through a lot that we're thankful for and some self-reflection here. I think this was productive. I'm seeing a lot of some DMs myself. Text messages, not really instant messages on like Instagram or Facebook.
a little bit of both.
But
Mostly, yeah, mostly just messages.
people are commenting out saying good work, stuff like that. Good comments on Facebook, good comments. I think the one on YouTube is just you, George.
No, yeah, there was
You said what's
yeah,
good,
yeah.
thanks.
Because I
Yeah,
was
a lot of
replying to
good comments
somebody,
on
but I
Facebook.
guess
So
it's just
again, more interaction.
it's all good
Yeah,
though.
we went through a long period. we went through a long period where we weren't getting too much interaction. When we first started, a lot of people interacted, but we're getting back to a lot of interaction, actually surpassing where we were when we started. So guys, appreciate the feedback, even on a day like this, and where I didn't really know how many people were going to interact because everybody's got stuff going on with the holidays. But thank you, Todd. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate you guys as always. Every single one of you. Some of you were constant supporters, so as always, we just appreciate it. And if you're watching this after the fact, please comment. Whatever. What are you thankful for this season? Yeah.
Right.
Let us know.
Let's hear something. Hey, Steve, I know you got to go soon, and I got to go too, actually, in a few, but we got about a few minutes before we go to the closing comments and statements. But I want to let you know, just ask you one thing. What about, like, before we go too far, because we kind of did mention this earlier, do you want to share a few things, like some tradition you do for Thanksgiving? Like maybe like, I don't know, like, you ever play with some friends in the street, play hockey, anything anybody comes over, any like memories / traditions you do before we kind of like completely shut off the topic and we move on to the last part?
Yeah, I usually actually get together on Thanksgiving Eve with coworkers from Lowe's, usually every single year. I think some of us are supposed to tonight. Some of the people have been texting me kind of saying they might not be able to do it and stuff. And that's what Todd was saying too. I always try to get the Lowe's crew together on Thanksgiving Eve. And if not on Thanksgiving Eve, usually around Christmas. So, but a tradition at Thanksgiving is definitely that the night before. We usually go out, have some drinks. Last year, we actually met in the parking lot, had some drinks. We brought some chairs because everything was closed because of COVID last year. So what we did was we brought folding chairs and we all sat in the parking lot and had some drinks, which was pretty cool when those guys got out of work. When those guys got out of work for the night.
You've been out of Lowe's for 2 years, but you've been out the new job. Your job now, it's been about 2 years, but 2 years have gone by now, so he's kind of slowly getting there. You still keep up with a lot of your Lowe's friends, and it's like a little, tradition. If you guys can meet up, you have a drink or two, why not, right?
Yeah, it was a big point in my life, man, because I met a lot of cool people. I met Heath. I met my boy Antonio. I met
Boss, of course,
Todd. I met Todd. I met James. I met a lot of people,
influential people, good people in your life. Definitely.
And there's other people too that watch this podcast pretty regularly. So Bill, if you're watching this, I'm glad that I met you too, my friend. Thankful for you, Fran's been like a mentor and a father figure to me at Lowe's, man. Like for his age and his wisdom. Definitely appreciative of you, Fran. You're definitely a great dude. And then Christian as well. He's younger than me, man. So I was been able to offer Christian some advice and stuff along the way. He's a little younger than me. But he's also a really, really cool dude. I know he watches this sometimes. Heath, Antonio, all you guys out there that support the channel. Appreciate every single one of you. So if you're watching this after the fact, thank you from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, that's one of my traditions on Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving morning sometimes, for a few years we were playing football. Or we'd go to like the high school football games because I went to Father Judge, so we would always go to the Lincoln versus Judge game. And my uncles are alumni too, so they would always get me like free tickets. I would hand some out, and we'd all go. And every single year, everybody knows Judge has won for like 15, 20 years straight. Lincoln has a very good record this year. My brother Dylan has been on this podcast too, and he went to Lincoln. So it's funny. We got like a rivalry there, but Lincoln is actually very good. Lincoln is very good this year. I think they're 8-2 or 9-2. So curious to see what kind of happens, see if they break that streak for Judge. Judge has won like 15, 20 years straight, something like that. The Turkey Ball football games are always big. North Catholic was always a big one for a lot of people who went there. I'm sure you went to Northeast, George, so I know, right? That Northeast football has a big game too, right?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about it. You kind of I forgot about it, but you kind of reminded me. And then earlier I saw something online about, football games of traditional games, and it kind of came back to mind. So Northeast High School's a game tomorrow. I forgot what time, but against it's against the Central. It's one of the oldest traditions, and I think rivalries. I believe I'm not sure how old it is, if it's oldest in the country or in the city, but I think it might be in the city. I want to say maybe even in the state. Very old one.
Yeah.
Right. You already know Northeast Central game, and it's a famous game. It's a game where even though I'm an alumni and I've been out of high school for over a decade now, I can still go back and probably rent to some friends. And I wouldn't mind going back. You know what? You give me an idea. I'm gonna call my cousin actually. Yeah, one of my cousins, right? His name is Marius. This guy boy Marius, and he went to Northeast and he wrestled. So he actually has a lot of friends that play football. And he graduated like around 2011 or no 2012. He graduated. So maybe I could ask him. I think he's in Jersey now, but I'm curious to know who's gonna go there. So you know what? I might do some research and look into it. I'm curious. Last time I went was 2015. I have a picture with the mascot.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I've seen your picture on Facebook before, or it might have been on Instagram. I forget. But yeah, man, that's cool, man. Football always comes to my mind, man. That's a tradition as well. Nothing beats, man, being able to sit like in the den with like the family, be able to watch a good football game. As we know, the Cowboys play every year, but there's been some years where the Eagles have played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. I'll never forget when LaShawn McCoy had one of his best performances, man, was against Dallas on Thanksgiving Day, man. Nothing beats just having an ice cold beer, maybe some wine, and just sitting in the den after like a nice Thanksgiving dinner and just watching some football with family.
Exactly,
and friends, man. That's a good time. It's a good time.
That's what we did. We would do
Oh
the
yeah,
same thing as far as me, bro. Same thing, bro. We do like a traditional back in the day, like in the early 2000s, going back to probably like the late 90s. I used to live in my old neighborhood. I used to do that a little. We'd play like a football game. You know what I mean? Like a little. It'll be either the day before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving, and sometimes we'll also do like a snow game when it snowed or if it was raining. Mostly snow, like in the winter. We would do some like football. I remember with the kids in the neighborhood. I played around Vogue, Distant Park, around there. Yep, we did a couple games there. And even when I got older, I played a game right by your house, man, one time. The football game, the field right by your house, like by the where the basketball court is there, by the soccer field. I actually played football there one time, like years ago, though. Like this is a little over a decade ago. I was probably around like
yeah. That's a big field. That's a big field.
Yeah. Well, it's also a popular one. And then you have Eden, of course, Park, which is like down more, and then you have the one over here on like right before your house, on Academy. I guess Holman Academy. I used to play soccer there. That was my soccer field for many years.
Thomas Home, yeah, Thomas Home.
So we played with like Marius and them and those guys one time. Remember we played ball with a couple dudes, and I forgot what else came there. I think Larry was there or something like that. Nate was there. We played ball there one time, like 3 years ago. But yeah, park, I played football there. So that's one thing I do. Another thing, girl, I usually turn on TV, watch some cool programs in the morning. I try to get up early, see what's going on with the cook. I help with the cooking a little, and I text a lot of people, and I'll get a lot of texts. Usually people text me first too, so I'll text them back every Thanksgiving. That's another little thing that I do every Thanksgiving.
One of the best things to look forward to the next day, man, is leftovers, right? You get leftovers from Thanksgiving. That's what people all say all weekend, man. You get leftovers from Thanksgiving.
Leftovers are the best. You cook so much, there's so much food left. It's still good to go, bro. So you can definitely eat some good food. I mean, oh yeah, that's definitely one of the main things I look forward to. I'm trying to find something. I feel like I can find it. There's a picture. I don't know if I want to find it or not. But.
Guys, one of my other ones before we kind of get out here is every year. This year I won't be doing it, not at Thanksgiving anyway. Maybe for Christmas. I usually like to cook bake a pumpkin cheesecake. So I have like a recipe that I use that I found that works for me, man. And the first year I had it, I don't even think I had a chance to get one slice. Like it was gone. I went to my aunt's house and I brought it. And when I came upstairs, man, I think there was like half a slice left. Like, and just think there's 12 slices in a cheesecake. So like it was a fan favorite quickly. But I have fun with it, man. I like baking and cooking and stuff like that. So, I like putting together a feast for Thanksgiving, man, and helping and learning. And it was important the first time I was ever learned how to work with my dad in the kitchen and be able to learn how to make a turkey at a younger age. I always wanted to learn. So, being able to put together a feast for your family, man, it could be hard work, but it can also be fun. Not everybody likes cooking, so to each their own. But man,
I personally enjoy it.
It makes you proud. It makes you proud to put together.
It gives you some perspective, and it gives you experience to know how to cook. Like for me, another thing I look forward to again is the tradition is the cooking, playing some football, hanging out with some friends. Also, the night before when I was in college, I would drink the night before, which is tonight, and I plan on going out a little later anyway tonight. I'll see what I got to do a few things, so we'll see where, Well,
let me know where you're at, man. Let me know where you're at.
See where my adventure takes me. We'll see where God takes me. See where my car
let me know where you're at, man. I'll be out tonight too, man. So maybe we'll link up at some point. Who knows?
Yeah, you know what? Tonight it might be one of those nights. We'll see. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. I was gonna call you about it anyway, and we spoke earlier and a couple of times before the podcast, and before my camera, the computer shut down. But you did mention something about going out, so yeah, I'll let you know what I meant for sure. I'll definitely drop your location. I might even pull up on you. We'll see how it goes, bro. But yeah, man, because tonight I may go play soccer. But it's the night before Thanksgiving. I play with some like Russian, Ukrainians, and like East Europeans and some Albanians every Wednesday night. But I've been off a couple of weeks. I also play Sundays. We're for a league, so I don't know if I'm gonna go there. I may, but it's also day for Thanksgiving, so I might just kind of call it a night and just chill and go to the gym. And then after that, I'll probably come out and link up with you and all that.
Yeah, I'll hit Mario up and stuff too. Maybe we can all maybe y'all can meet some of the people I used to work with. I mean, that'd be a fun time.
That'd be cool. I wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. He had work today, so I'll hit him up afterwards. But man, this was a fun episode, man. It went over an hour, but man, I think it was still fun, man. It was fun to just talk about some traditions and things we're thankful for. And as I said, man, a lot of good feedback, which is always great. And as always, guys, if you're watching this after the fact, comment down below. We will still respond to you, so it doesn't always have to be in the live stream. But yeah, appreciate you guys. I don't know I think we can get to the closing comments now, right? So
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out, and I'm sure you do as well, to our main dude from last week, episode 57 of the Locked In Podcast, former defensive tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, Hollis Thomas. George, thanks for collabing with Hollis and being able to bring him on, man. It was great to talk to Hollis about some things from his experience with the Eagles. And yeah, thank you, Hollis, if you're watching this after the fact. Thank you. It was great to have you on. And very insightful, man. Be able to learn about some things that went on inside the organization back then, because we see it from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah.
But he was actually a Philadelphia Eagle, so
he was there. And then, it's the thing. Let's take a few minutes because we got to address this a little. I actually spoke to Hollis yesterday. I told you on the phone. He did say hi. I spoke to said, "Yo, it was a great pleasure, great honor." We had a little German conversation for a couple of seconds. We're hanging out there, hanging out with some of the girls there and shit. And he said, no problem. I said, come through and we'll bring him in, maybe with James, our boy James. Now, I guess now we can reveal everything. It's all after the fact. He said he's open to open the doors, and we left the doors open for another episode. When? We don't know. Will it happen? More than likely. And Hollis is okay with it. And again, if we can bring James, it'll be great because he can add on to a little. We can kind of like continue we left off a little and touch on a few things we kind of talked about and a few more things and kind of see where Hollis is at. And me and you might even be able to go to his show. So that's another thing we could talk about down the line. He did say hi and thank you as well. And he also shared my story. So if you look at my story, I posted a clip of us with him. I also did like a little story, but also I tagged them in. And it looks good, by the way. Some clips will be great. Of course, this week's podcast the clips will be ready next week. So we'll get to that as well. Again, guys, a lot of work, but we do it as best we can. So Hollis reposted a story. The one I originally posted, I kind of tagged him. I didn't tag you, but I just figured, just tag him. So, and plus the story's there anyway. I can always reshare it and tag you as well. So he said thanks. He liked the story. He retagged it. So, he's probably going to watch this episode. If he hasn't watched it, he probably tuned in a little bit. I mean, now he obviously follows the podcast. He's part of the podcast now. So, I mean, legendary stuff. And yeah, it was a good episode, man. I'm glad to bring him. I only brought him that day because I wanted you to be there as well. Because it'll be cool, me and him, but with you as well, it could have been a little more, great. And he ended up being a great one, a little more insightful. So, and plus, I didn't want you to miss being a great guy that we both watched coming up and, kind of were fond of, we liked, a fan of. He's an Eagle, so we always like the Eagles, to support the Eagles.
Exactly, man. So it was good to have him on, man. It was good to be able to collab with Hollis, man, because I grew up watching the Eagles, man, as you say, as a kid. So I liked Hollis, man. He was a beast. Like I said, they don't call him the Tank for nothing. They don't call that man the Tank for nothing.
His name, bro. Yo, real quick story about Hollis, and then we'll move on. Just a quick little thing. It's funny how one time I seen him talk to one of the girls there, right? And she was asking his name. He said, "My name is Tank." And I don't think she really knew about it. To be fair, I'm not gonna say who she is. I'm not trying to put nobody on blast, but she's a little younger, probably like in her 20s. So if she does watch a little football, they don't really pay attention. So she knows them as a former Eagles player, but she had no idea or nothing. So he's like, "They call me Tank." I was like, "Yep." And when I shook his hand the first time, I was like, "Now I see why they call you Tank." I remember to call him Tank too. It was like one of his nicknames, but I was like, "Geez, man, he looks like a tank the way he walks." So I was like, "Okay, And yeah, man, definitely a cool guy, smooth guy. He was there yesterday. Shout out to Hollis Thomas. Also, my man, Fred Mitchell. He's another football player.
Yeah, Freddie Mitchell, man.
Freddie Mitchell, who may be coming on. I'm trying to work that angle too, but that's not.
Man, that would be dope, man. I always know Freddie Mitchell as 4th and 26. To any of my Eagles friends and Eagles fans out there, 4th and 26. Everybody knows Freddie Mitchell, 4th and 26. Man, so basically, if you don't know, Freddie Mitchell made one of the craziest plays, man. It was in the playoffs, and it actually put the Eagles in on field goal range to tie the game and go to overtime. And we actually won the game in the playoffs against Green Bay. It was 4th and 26. Pretty much, if the Eagles don't convert on the 4th and 26, the game's over. The Packers win. So Freddie, it was a deep pass, and McNabb looked out of it. He threw it deep down the field, and Freddie Mitchell caught it. He put the Eagles into field goal range, and the Eagles kicked the field goal, tied it, went to overtime. Brett Favre threw an interception. The Eagles went down the field and won the game. So it was a huge game.
A huge play. That's the thing. Yeah. Moments. I'm glad you brought up for example, how McNabb, one of the first passes he ever threw to T.O. I mean, they were friends. I mean, they were friends once upon a time. They were in a team, and that's the thing. You're going to play together. So we expect it's like two great players, soccer players play together. Two great ballers, basketball players, who can play together, like Kobe and Shecker playing, or say Kobe had played someone on the same team as like Rick Fox and like I'm not Kobe, sorry, AI had played with the same team as Kobe and Rick Fox and some of these other guys, and
Derek Fisher.
Right, Fisher, right. So it's like you expect him to get a pass or or an assist. So when McNabb and T.O., that was great. We mentioned that, or when Tank, the hit he had on Vic, for example, like when Hollis had when they hit, we gotta highlight those. And someone like you there remembers them clearly, and you can obviously watch it on YouTube now. But that was our memories, because those years won't come back. Those players, they were the classic years, the 90s, 2000s, up to I'd say about the 2010s. There were some great years in football. Not that not it's not some great years, but like thanks to last week, times have changed, so it's a little different. But yeah,
They have, yeah, they definitely have.
it's definitely the same now. But so yeah, I mean, like I said, man, God willing, we'll get some more people in there, man. I'm definitely gonna work to bring some other important people little by little. And like I said, man, it'll take some time, but we'll get there and we'll kind of like see how everything goes, But yeah, definitely. Well, like I said, we'll be having some new episodes, and definitely, guys, check out what's going to be on the scenes. I think we're almost done with everything. Let me see.
Yeah, I
We should
think
get a shout out. Did you have anything else kind of like in mind, anything to say, or you pretty much?
nothing to shout out. I'm just thankful for every single one of you guys, as I said. But I already expressed that point. But yeah, I can't wait to get into this Thanksgiving holiday weekend, guys. So I guess before we hop out, just want to wish every single one of you and your families a very, very happy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and have a great Thanksgiving weekend. Definitely hope you guys are able to enjoy all the good food, all the food, the turkey. Maybe you're eating ham or chicken, whatever whatever it is, and then the sides, the dessert, all that good stuff. So, guys, enjoy your traditions.
Mashed potato, fries, all that.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy your traditions,
Gross.
enjoy your food. And the other thing I'll tell you is if you're traveling, drive safely, because traffic, obviously, we know during the holidays, traffic gets
They're going to be crazy. Very careful
nightmarish.
tonight, guys.
Nightmare.
Tonight is equivalent, right? Exactly, it's a nightmare. Tonight's equivalent to Mischief Night, but Mischief is before
Very
Halloween.
cool.
Tonight's kind of like Thanksgiving version. Would you guys maybe not possibly, but you're definitely gonna there's gonna be a lot of drunks, a lot of weird stuff, a lot of negative in there, a lot of energy. So be very careful, guys. Also, one more thing, Steve, before we leave, my last comments. Shout out to the cooks as well, the chefs, the cooks, the moms and dads that cook, the moms, the aunties, the grandmas, cooking, bartenders, waitresses that work. Shout out to everybody that does it, because Lord knows it's not easy to do these kind of jobs. And those are the guys, the people, the ladies and gentlemen behind the scenes that are cooking this great food. Because food doesn't get cooked. I mean, we all got to do it. Even you, I mean, you might help cook. I mean, I help when I can,
I do.
my parents. Or I mean, I cook a little for myself, but not like all like that. But I mean, my parents do mostly, my mom especially. So, yeah, shout out to everybody to do that, man. We always got to bring that up because we don't give enough credit sometimes, and we always should mention it. So.
Exactly. I went to a bakery earlier to pick up some like desserts. So shout out to the bakers as well, because obviously we know during the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving are particularly obviously bakeries get mobbed, right, with orders.
For sure.
So shout out to the bakers. Bartenders tonight specifically are going to make a lot in tips probably, but they got their work cut out for them, because tonight is a very busy drinking night, and especially this is going to be the first year since COVID, like when people are allowed to go out. So. I have a big feeling that tonight is going to be.
It's going to be very crazy, right? Because last year was not really the same. And around Thanksgiving, they had the rule that the quarantine was in effect again. Because if you remember correctly, after the summer, they started reopening it. By September, things were kind of reopened. Then, boom, in November, there was the whole month thing. The election, last year was a mess. It's just so much. And people.
Yeah, November to like January 15th, they shut everything down again. And for all during the holidays, which kind of ruined people's plans if they were going out. I mean, I get why they did it. I mean, COVID and stuff.
People still went out a little bit. Some places were still open because quarantine was mostly March till about, let me see, I would say July. But then between July till about September or July, August was kind of the period everything opened up, and then November shut down again. I remember Thanksgiving last year because there's a lot going on. I mean, a lot happened. The election stuff with the media. I mean, riots are still going on. More, people are getting killed. A lot of people, died or whatever, people are dying of COVID still. And the regulations, everything got weird because everything got switched around the plans, which is why a lot of businesses shut down. Even the fall last year, COVID the quarantine kind of spilled a little. And then early this year, it kind of opened up. But don't forget what happened in the Capitol, all that chaos, so much happening in the news and all. Sometimes
very true, man. So, crazy, just crazy times. But ultimately, just stay safe, guys. Stay safe and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. To be honest, if you're what they say, even if you're dieting, enjoy yourself at Thanksgiving, guys. It's not going to hurt you if you have, some unhealthy food, unless you're obviously the only people I say is shout out to my bodybuilding friends out there who might be doing shows this winter or this early
they can't really eat like they want to eat.
Obviously them, it's a completely different story because they are strictly tracking their macros.
All the fighters got cut weight.
But if you're not in that little tiny percentage of people, enjoy yourself. Go out, enjoy. Eat all the food.
It's my cheat day, bro. I gain 5 pounds of Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah, this is Thanksgiving, guys. Who cares? Enjoy yourself. Stuff your stomach up. Like what I mean. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time with your families, your friends. A lot of people do a friendsgiving, a cousinsgiving, whatever it is. Just whoever you're spending your time with, whatever you're eating, just enjoy yourself. But drive safely if you're traveling. Be careful.
Be safe, guys. Yeah. Definitely.
So I think
Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks to our viewers. we will have you guys, keep you guys in the loop. We'll have stuff coming up. Like I said, there's a lot going on. We don't have time to really cover everything right now, but we will be in touch. We will definitely be posting more. And then, next week is episode 59. So, just, stay with us. So 59 is a big one. And that's the big 60. So, I mean, it's moving along, but definitely stay up there, stay safe, stay well. Enjoy the time with the loved ones and what's important to you. As Steve always says, be true and be you in 2021. Be yourself, guys. Chase your goals, live to conquer and aim to, create. And
Absolutely, guys.
Be
Absolutely.
the best and fuck the rest. IMC Nation, PG
Exactly.
Money, Lucky Podcast. It's been real, guys. So we can tune it down.
Yep.
Turn it down, I guess.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Same here on my end. Like George said, be true and be you. Enjoy your time with your families and just have a good time, guys. George, to you as well. Have a very happy Thanksgiving with your family. Like I said, I might see you tonight, but hang on here for 1 second after I end the stream.
Yeah.
And we'll talk real quick. But yeah, guys, happy Thanksgiving 2021. Enjoy yourselves. We'll talk to you guys next week for episode 59.
All right, guys. Peace. Bye-bye.